Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Catalyze Your Self, where we focus with each episode on how we can peel back another layer of what it truly means to understand and improve ourselves. I'm Gayatri, your host, on this journey to personal mastery. In our last episode, we dove into the power of curiosity and its role in cognitive expansion. Today, we pivot to a crucial emotional skill that everybody needs. Yet, many struggle to consistently achieve it. This is mastering inner calm. Inner calm isn't just about feeling relaxed, it is about cultivating a state of emotional stability that allows us to face life's challenges with clarity and poise. It is the foundation upon which we can build stronger emotional responses like empathy, like resilience, and like leadership. Today, we will explore what it means to truly master calmness, understand what often gets in our way, and discover strategies to help us maintain this vital state of mind in the middle of all the chaos that everyday life can bring us. So, if you're ready to transform how you navigate your emotional world, please do stay with me. This episode could change the way you experience life's ups and downs and lead to a more balanced, productive, and serene existence. So, what exactly are we talking about when we say mastering inner calm? What we are talking about is a profound aspect of emotional management. Inner calm is not merely the absence of stress or anxiety. It is a positive state of peace and stability that pervades our thoughts and feelings, which enables us to remain composed and focused regardless of what is happening outside of you. And when it comes to our mind, achieving inner calm allows us to better regulate our emotions. It helps us maintain a clear perspective and make thoughtful, intentional decisions rather than impulsive, reactive ones. When calm, our mind is less cluttered with the noise of stress and worry, which frees it up, which frees up our cognitive resources for more important tasks and decisions. When it comes to our physical body, inner calm is associated with lower cortisol levels, which is that hormone that is released in our body when we are in stress or when we have anxiety. And this calm state contributes to reduced blood pressure, improved digestion, enhanced sleep, enhanced immune functions. Essentially, when we are calm, our bodies are not in the fight or flight mode, which is incredibly beneficial for our long-term health. In addition to all of this, cultivating a consistent state of calm can change the way we interact with the world. It makes us more approachable and thoughtful and intentional, and it enhances our relationships and can even influence our professional effectiveness. Leaders who embody calm are seen as more capable and trustworthy. These are qualities that are essential for effective leadership. Once we recognize the benefits of it, we can see how building our ability to maintain inner calm is not just a nice to have, but a must have for anyone looking towards leading a balanced, productive, and fulfilling life. It is about building that foundation from which all other emotional skills can grow. And like anything that is good for our mind, body, and spirit, achieving this will be a path filled with all kinds of barriers. So let's take a moment to look at some common barriers that could prevent us from achieving this essential state. And how can we overcome those barriers and navigate them more effectively? Fact is, achieving and maintaining inner calm can sometimes feel like an uphill battle, especially in today's fast paced world. There are so many barriers that can impede our path towards this tranquil state. And that could range from the pressures the outside world puts on us, the external pressures, or it could be what you put on yourself, our internal conflicts. One of the primary external barriers is the immediate environment we place ourselves in. It could be a noisy office. It could be a chaotic home life, or even the constant barrage of notifications from our phones, our devices. Our surroundings can significantly affect our mental state. The key to managing these external stressors isn't to eliminate them completely. And we must face it, in today's world, this is not a feasible possibility. But instead, we must develop strategies that help us control our responses to them. Internally, inside of us, our biggest obstacles come from our thoughts, our perspectives, our attitudes, negative thinking patterns. We have examples of rumination, where you're considering the same stress inducing thought over and over again, or catastrophic thinking, where you think of the worst possible scenario consistently happening. And these are all in your imagination, but it's so real in your mind. And this can keep us in a state of stress and prevent us from achieving calm. It is crucial to become aware of these patterns and actively work to change them. We have techniques that we can use, like reframing. It's called cognitive reframing. So, whatever you're looking at, shift how you look at it, where we consciously alter our perspective on what is a stressful scenario or situation. And this can be incredibly effective. Another internal barrier could be an emotional trigger. These could be thoughts or feelings that bring out a strong emotional response, and a response that is often disproportionate to the situation. So the emotion is more intense than what the situation reasonably asks of you. Understanding what triggers these responses in us and why can help us anticipate and manage them better. This might involve setting boundaries. This might involve determining how you can improve communication, or it could simply be employing relaxation techniques before scenarios occur that typically trigger stress. The next step, After acknowledging our unique barriers that can disrupt our internal calm or inner calm, is now focusing on practical strategies that can help us cultivate and maintain this essential state throughout our daily lives. A simple yet absolutely powerful technique that I have seen consistently make a difference is deep breathing exercises. There are so many studies and research, and if you look at cultures across the globe, you will find this integrated in some sort of way when it comes to achieving a calm state of mind. Personally, I have found taking a few, not a lot, I literally count 4 to 5 deep breaths before anything high stakes, high pressure. It could be a meeting, it could be an event you're walking into, it could be anything that calms my nerves. But it also clears my mind, allowing me to approach each of these scenarios with a clear head, with clarity. This small practice can make a substantial difference when it comes to handling stressful moments. Another effective cognitive approach is the practice of selective focus. This involves us deliberately choosing to focus our attention on a positive or neutral aspect of our environment rather than the stressor itself. So, this practice of selective focus has been absolutely transformative in my own life, especially during high pressure scenarios. So, you can prepare by breathing, but in the moment, this is what has made the most difference. For example, if at any point during, let's say, a crucial negotiation, conversation, discussion, I can sense nerves coming up within me, discomfort, a stress related experience happening within me, I immediately focus on the calmness of my breath or the steadiness, the tactical steadiness of a pen in my hand, or it could be a neutral object that is in my view, rather than the potential stake of the discussion, the potential impact or the outcome of the discussion. And this shift in focus helps me maintain my composure, and it ultimately has consistently contributed to a successful outcome for me. Another strategy is the use of affirmative self talk. This is replacing negative or critical thoughts with affirmations, positive statements that promote confidence and peace. For instance, I'll give you an example of a client. A client once struggled with making presentations at her work due to anxiety. And it had nothing to do with how prepared she was. It's just in the moment as she's walking up to it, she could not, she kept getting anxious thoughts as she is giving the presentation. So we needed to completely reprogram how her mind was operating. So together we crafted affirmations, simple, short, active affirmations like, I am prepared and capable, which she repeated as she got ready for work, as she drove to work, and as she walked into the presentation and right before she started presentations. And this simple change helped her shift her focus from anxiety to her strengths, reminding her of the work she had already done to prepare. The fact that she had prepared and all of this repetition, retraining her mind to focus on her preparation versus anything else helped ease her nerves. Another strategy is called behavior decoupling. This is a technique where you consciously choose behaviors that are opposite to what your current stress response might dictate. So, let me give you another example of a coaching instance. It's a tech executive that I coached, and I used this strategy of behavior decoupling to help him shift his typical response. So his usual instinct when it came to high stress scenario was to push harder, which created more stress and more anxiety for him. So my coaching was for him to, the moment it became high pressure, to schedule a quiet break, which was so anti to his very typical instinctive response. By choosing to step back instead of doubling down on his efforts, he was able to return to his task with renewed perspective and reduced stress. Now, this was not overnight. He had to work at it. But once he got over the hump and truly was able to get his mind to take that break when his instinct was telling him to stress out and work harder, it helped him when he came out of it. This practice not only helped him reduce his burnout, but it also improved his decision making because he was giving his mind space to think more clearly. The another strategy that I absolutely recommend is cultivating a gratitude practice, which have been shown to enhance calmness and overarching emotional well-being. Each evening, list about 3 things you are grateful for that day. This simple practice will start transforming your outlook by shifting your focus from challenges and obstacles and what did not go your way to what did and what were your blessings and what little miracles came into your life on that day. This will go such a long way in fostering a sense of peace and contentment within you. And lastly, integrate cognitive flexibility. This greatly benefits in giving you mental calmness. What this is nothing but challenging your brain to think about problems and situations in new ways, which directly reduces the intensity of stress response and promotes a more emotional state. So, what can you do to look at something in a brand new way versus something you've always done before? Cognitive flexibility training was key for a team that I once coached, which this team was facing recurring conflicts due to rigid thinking patterns within the team members. And by learning to approach issues from multiple perspectives, the team members were able to find creative solutions and reduce that overarching team workplace tension significantly. I've given you quite a few strategies, and these cognitive and behavioral strategies offer powerful tools. If you take them, completely commit to it, and apply them for maintaining inner calm. If you adopt one or more of these techniques, you can absolutely build resilience against stress. And then what you start doing is you build a deep-seated sense of calm, of tranquility, and that will enhance every aspect of your life. Now that we've explored various strategies to achieve and maintain inner calm, it is crucial to discuss how we can integrate these practices into our everyday lives. Making these techniques part of your routine will ensure that you are tapping into a state of calm whenever and wherever you need it, not just during time of tranquility that you've scheduled for. The key is you need to be able to pull it from your toolbox of resources within yourself when you're facing one of life's inevitable stresses. One effective way to integrate calmness into your daily life is by starting your day with a grounding practice. This could be a few minutes of deep breathing. It could be a short walk outside. It could be a series of gentle stretches. It could be you honing in and reading something that is very important to you. It could be you sitting with a hot beverage and just breathing. Starting your day this way sets a tone of calm that can help buffer the stress of what could be hectic life schedules. It is also beneficial to integrate triggers for calm throughout the day. So these are small, predetermined actions, or it could be an object that reminds you to return to a state of calm. For example, setting a reminder on your phone to pause and take 3 deep breaths every hour. It could be as simple as that. Or it could be that you have a small physical token, a plant, a picture, something on you or near you that reminds you to relax and breathe. Another powerful integration technique is a mindful practice, a daily review, a daily practice of reflection. Spend a few minutes every day. You pick your time and reflect. When you felt most stressed and when you felt calm. Assess what triggered both states and how you responded. This reflection not only helps you understand your stressors, but it's going to start reinforcing your ability to choose calm in your response in future similar scenarios. Lastly, yes, largely too. Make calmness a community practice or a group practice or part of your circle. Share your calmness techniques with friends or family and engage in calming activities together. One of the things you will notice is if you are in a state of calm, you will inevitably influence those around you to start absorbing the state of calm too. Sharing your practices can help strengthen your own commitment and start building it in those you are surrounding yourself with. So you're now spreading the benefits of calm within your community. By integrating and weaving these practices into our daily lives, we can build a resilient state of calm that not only enhances our own emotional well-being, but you will now be a positive influence for those around you. Okay. So now we're going to close down today's exploration of mastering inner calm. I hope you feel equipped and inspired to integrate some of these strategies and insights we've gone through into your daily life. Mastering inner calm is not just about enhancing your ability to cope with stress or anxiety. It is truly about transforming the way you interact with the world, deepening your relationship, and enriching your life. I invite you to take a moment now to reflect on one strategy from today's episode that resonated with you. It could be the practice of deep breathing. It could be engaging in selective focus. It could be setting up your unique calm trigger. And commit to integrating this practice into your routine over the next week and see how things shift. Shift in your mood, shift in your interaction, and your overall sense of well being. And as you embark on this journey of self transformation, I encourage you to share your experiences with us. Your stories will be an absolute inspiration for us all and will foster a community of growth and learning. And as we look ahead, next week, we will dive into the power of empathy as strength. We will explore how cultivating empathy not only enhances our relationship, but it also empowers us to become more effective leaders and simply compassionate human beings. It is a natural extension of the calmness and self awareness we have focused on today. So, thank you for joining me, Gayatri, on this episode of Catalyze Your Self. Each step you take on this journey brings you closer to a more balanced and insightful life. So, until next time, keep nurturing your inner calm, embrace the learning and growth it brings, and let it guide you towards a more empathetic and understanding heart.